A man named Javier Milei, a crazy, literally nicknamed El Loco, um, presidential candidate, won the presidency. He is a libertarian. He is a sort of neo-fascist, anti-woke psycho. And I know it's weird to say anti-woke because it is Argentina and not the United States. But yes, the anti-woke struggle is global. Anywhere where there are small-dicked, um, megalomaniacal egomaniacs who have too much money and time on their hands, you're gonna have an anti-woke movement. Milei, he won 56% of the votes compared to Massa. Now, Massa was part of the Unión para la Patria, which was basically the center and center left, even party. And he represented kind of a continuation of Peronism and what is currently with President Fernandez, who's currently in office now, the same old, same old. And when I say same old, I truly mean kind of centrist, not really doing anything, like no real big ideas, and yet claiming that they are the legacy of like Juan Domingo Perón. What was his name? First middle name? I live there. I don't remember his middle name. Domingo. That like they are of the people, like they represent populism. And so what I am bitching about is not only that Javier Milei is a nut job who's going to absolutely destroy whatever is left of Argentina's economy, but I am mad at the centrists and the center left for completely subsuming and taking all the air out of real social movements for change in Argentina. I lived there again for many years. And the idea that they again claim to be sort of, they're the progressives, they're the liberals, they're the ones who care about civil rights, they're the ones who care about a national economy, they're the ones who care about, national industry, they're the ones who are going to, put money in your pocket, and they're the ones who care about, expanding public services and expanding, access to education and all this. And ostensibly that's true. But instead, what happened with the pink wave in Latin America is instead of actually building on the legacies of someone like Nestor Kirchner, or building on the lessons learned from the neoliberal era in the early 2000s that tanked the effing economy, instead of building on the lessons of, I'm going to shout him out, my boy Hugo Chavez, you guys know I'm a fan, Chavez and Morales, right, in Bolivia. Instead of building on some of these, the pink wave atrophied and allowed for the far right to come in. Now, most recently, the right in Argentina was Macri. And Macri was like, again, a John McCain, a fiscal conservative, son of a real estate magnate, just kind of run George W. Bush, right? Javier Milei is a Trump. Javier Milei is a Bolsonaro. Javier Milei wants to obliterate all ministries in government. And here's a video showing him sort of cartoonishly ripping down names of ministries as things he's going to obliterate when he gets to power.
Turismo y deporte, afuera. Ministerio de Cultura, afuera. Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible, afuera. Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad, afuera. Ministerio de Obras Públicas, afuera. Aunque te resistas. Ministerio de Ciencia y Tecnología e Innovación, afuera. Ministerio de Trabajo, Empleo y Seguridad Social, afuera. Ministerio de Educación, Adoctrinamiento, afuera. Ministerio de Transporte, afuera. Ministerio de Salud, afuera. Ministerio de Desarrollo Social, afuera. Se acabó el curro de la política. ¡Viva la libertad, carajo!
Okay, so did I also mention he's an idiot? So he's basically saying education ministry out, right? Ministry of social development out, ministry of health and gender out, right? All of these things. Now, he represents something really interesting, of course, which is, again, male chauvinism around the world. The idea, Argentina was the site of a massive uprising of feminists demanding abortion rights. Argentina did not have abortion rights prior to, I believe, 2019. So you're talking about he is a backlash to that. He's a little bit of a Bannonite. He's a little bit of the Trump, the Erdogan, the strongman BSer. But specifically what's annoying to me about this happening in a place like Argentina is, number one, what he does to the economy, dollarizing it, what he's going to wreak on that country, they will not be able to recover from, in the way that 4 years of Trump, we were like, yeah, it sucked. It was bad. Children were in cages, but like, we didn't lose all of our life savings. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's very different. When you fuck with an economy that's not at the top of the heap, you cannot recover from that for many, many decades. Now, I understand that inflation in Argentina it's 143%, guys. It's fucking wild. But I guess what I'm really bitching about is the failure that his election exposes, which is, again, the failure of a center of politics, of a political center, the failure of sort of the same old from realizing they need to deliver a vision. They need to deliver results for people. They need actual forward thinking economic models that don't just rely on, in Argentina's case, exporting a bunch of soy. Still money leaves that country in like flees that country, basically, as more and more of the rural, like, campo is consolidated. More and more people are displaced to cities. Like, Argentina, when I was living there, it's very clear that it lives in the future and the past. The Kirchners was basically, imagine if Obama actually was awesome, right? Imagine if Obama was electoral Obama. That's what the Kirchners were. But if you don't build on that vision, if you don't like foster new leaders, if you don't actually push yourself to, again, yeah, there was some corruption, there was some, stealing off the top and whatnot. There was clientelism, effectively. I will give you a vote I will give you food if you give me a vote, right? There was sort of an order of clientelism even within the Kirchner government. So that's a form of corruption. But real social movements in Argentina, no, they are not for neoliberal libertarian order like Milei represents, and they are also not for that centrist do nothing. Oh, we're the Peronists, we represent all populism, we're incredible, we're amazing. What have you done? You've literally done nothing. So anyway, all to say, we could talk a lot more about this on Friday. Curious about your thoughts, your questions. I know there's some Argentines watching, and I'm also excited to bring on Nico in a couple of weeks. He will explain it. But again, I have a lot of faith that the people of Argentina, if there's one thing they don't lack, it is chutzpah and social movements. And they will have both of them very, very soon as this loco comes to power. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuationroom. Do it.